Welcome back to English with Tom and Julia, where we explore not just how to speak better English, but how to live, learn, and grow with more purpose and calm.
That's right. Here, we don't chase perfection. We explore progress. And today's episode is one I'm genuinely excited about, because we're talking about something that can completely change the way you learn anything.
Yes, today's topic is how to learn anything faster, the science of smart practice. If you've ever studied for hours and felt like nothing sticks, this one's for you.
You know, Julia, I used to think the secret to learning faster was just working harder. More hours, more repetition.
Oh, I know that feeling. The classic study until midnight and hope it stays in your brain method.
Exactly. But the truth is, most people don't have a learning problem. They have a practice problem. We confuse repetition with learning. But science says they're not the same thing.
Right. Real learning doesn't happen when you're comfortable. It happens when your brain is slightly challenged, just outside your comfort zone, but not so far that you shut down.
Exactly. That sweet spot where effort meets curiosity. And the cool part? Anyone can train their brain to reach that state.
So, let's unpack what smart practice actually means. There's a powerful concept called deliberate practice. It's what professional athletes, musicians, and even language learners use to improve faster.
Yes, it was first studied by psychologist Anders Ericsson. He discovered that the best performers don't just practice more, they practice with awareness. They focus intensely on their weaknesses and break complex skills into smaller, repeatable parts.
Right. For example, instead of just speaking English for hours, a smart learner might focus on just improving pronunciation for the TH sound today. Then tomorrow, they work on rhythm or intonation.
Exactly. It's not about doing everything. It's about doing one thing deeply.
And that's where the brain learns faster. Because when we give it clear, specific feedback, it knows what to rewire.
You know, this reminds me of when I tried to learn guitar years ago. At first, I practiced the same song over and over, hoping I'd magically get better.
Let me guess. It didn't work.
Not at all. I could play it, but I couldn't improve. Then, one day, a friend told me, "Stop playing the whole song. Just fix the one part you always mess up."
Yes, that's the key.
So, I spent 20 minutes a day only practicing that one difficult chord change. Within a week, the whole song felt easier. That's when I realized repetition isn't the enemy. Mindless repetition is.
Exactly. And that's the same mistake most language learners make. They repeat words instead of training their brain to notice patterns. You know what else science says, Tom? One of the most powerful techniques for faster learning is called active recall.
Yes, that's when you try to remember something instead of just rereading or highlighting it.
Exactly. When you test yourself, you're not just checking what you know. You're training your brain to retrieve information, which strengthens memory connections.
It's like going to the gym. You don't build muscle by watching workout videos. You build it by lifting the weight yourself.
Perfect analogy. So if you're studying English, instead of reading a word list 10 times, try closing your book and recalling the meanings. That small shift makes your brain work harder, and that's how it remembers faster.
And there's another trick that works beautifully with active recall: spaced repetition.
Ah, yes, the magic of time gaps.
Right. It means reviewing information at increasing intervals, like day 1, day 3, day 7, day 14. It uses the brain's natural forgetting curve to your advantage.
Because every time you almost forget something and then remember it, you're telling your brain, this is important. Keep it.
Exactly. It's like reinforcing a path in a forest. The more often you walk it, the clearer it becomes.
And Tom, I think there's one thing most people overlook when they talk about learning: the emotional side.
Absolutely. We focus so much on technique that we forget how feeling safe and calm affects the brain.
Yes, when you study under stress or fear, your brain's learning center, the hippocampus, actually shuts down.
That's wild, right? So if you're constantly thinking, I have to be perfect, you're literally making it harder to learn.
Exactly. That's why one of the smartest things you can do is to treat yourself with kindness when you study. Make mistakes, laugh at them, and move on.
Because confidence isn't built by being right. It's built by being resilient.
You know, Tom, the more we talk about learning, the more I realize it's really about patience, not pressure. Everyone wants to learn fast, but real mastery is actually the art of slowing down enough to understand deeply.
Exactly. We think speed comes from cramming more in, but it's the opposite. It comes from refining the process. Like a sculptor, removing everything unnecessary until what's left is solid, clear, and strong.
I love that image. Learning as sculpting. Every mistake, every confusion, every I don't get it moment, it's just another chip off the stone.
And the sculpture is you, becoming sharper, more capable, and more confident with every try.
That's so true. And maybe that's the secret. Learning faster isn't about racing ahead, but about staying present long enough to notice what's actually working for you.
Because when you slow down the noise, your brain speeds up the growth.
Beautifully said. All right, let's make this practical. If someone listening right now wants to learn smarter, what should they actually do today?
Okay, step one, focus on one small skill at a time. Instead of saying, I want to improve my English, say, today I'll focus on listening to one short podcast and understanding the tone, not every word.
Perfect. Step 2, reflect. After you study, ask, what did I notice? What was difficult? What did I learn? This turns learning into a conscious habit.
Step three, teach what you learn. Even if it's just explaining it to a friend or writing a short post, because teaching forces you to organize your thoughts, and that's how knowledge sticks.
And step 4, be patient. We live in a fast world, but your brain still learns at a natural pace. Slow progress doesn't mean failure. It means foundation.
Exactly. And foundation always comes before fluency.
You know, Tom, the more I learn about learning, the more I realize it's not about being the smartest person in the room. It's about being the most curious.
Yes, curiosity is like fuel. It keeps you going when things get hard.
And maybe that's the real secret to learning anything faster. Not rushing, but staying open. Staying excited to discover.
Because when you enjoy the process, the results take care of themselves.
Exactly. So, to everyone listening, whatever you're learning right now, remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep showing up with focus, curiosity, and a little self-compassion.
And if today's episode helped you see learning differently, share it with a friend who might need that reminder too.
We'll be back tomorrow with another conversation to help you grow, not just in English, but in life.
Until then, keep learning, keep exploring, and remember, your brain loves challenges.
See you soon, friends. Take care.